do. So I'm with you on that.
That's my main message, bro.
We can't knock them either. Like, I don't feel like we should knock them either. I'm not against all the Norton. I'm not against none of that. Hey, it's a new day, bro. It's a new day. We ain't gotta smile and act like everything right, like how they used to do in slavery, bro. Right. Paul Dunbar got a poem called "We Want a Mask." Hey, bro, they used to have to smile. You had to smile and grit your teeth, bro, and accept things. But now people saying, hey, man, if I don't like it, I ain't got to smile no more. I'm going to speak out against it. So, I agree with that. Like,
yeah.
But I don't agree with just staying stuck. So, I agree with both, ends. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah. And I agree with what both of y'all said, man. The reality for me, in my opinion, and this is what I thought about, man. It's like, with this man being in office, his national father said on national TV that in 2 years of his candidacy, that for the African American, the Hispanic, and any other that don't like what's going on in this country, it would give you a one-way ticket to go anywhere you want to go. So with that in mind, it tells me that where would I go? Now, over here in the U.S., we African Americans, all of us pretty much speak the same language. And look how dysfunctional we are. Where could we go in Africa and they got 1,000 different languages? So the work that we need to be doing,
yes, sir,
is really thinking about these things and like, okay, if this time comes to where we have to migrate, which direction are we going to go? Are we going to go as a unit? We going as a group? Because like I said, we all speak the same language here. But if we go back to the African continent, that's the motherland. But we've lost that disconnection. We like a new people. Like, and this is real, and this is something that we all need to start considering, at least just thinking about, because we don't never know what we're going to wake up to. But if our president is speaking in that tone, he's basically saying that he just want to structure it the way he want it structured, and if you don't like it, you can leave. So with that being said, what do? With a lot of important issues we have to start dealing with. And the first thing we have to do, we got to start pooling our resources. We got to start putting our money together. Because we know for a fact they're not going to let us establish our own separate states in this country. That is not going to happen. You know what I mean?
Just like Vincent saying, but let's think about this. And this is true, too. I agree with Vincent on that part. But this stuff keep coming up. And, when you have people like Morgan Garvey, all we got to do is study history again. Morgan Garvey actually got a ship and was trying to go back to Africa. What did they do? They got him up on Trump charges, bro.
Yes, sir.
They trumped up charges, man. So we damn if we do, we damn if we don't. I mean, so, like, that's why you see the outcry with stuff like this. The Nation of Islam had got their own stuff. That's what they was trying to say. Hey, man, and people are steady attacking them. So it seems like you don't want us here. Some people, not all people, but some people don't want us here because how y'all treat us. But then when we try to organize and migrate, then that still was a problem. So, like, we damn if we do, we damn if we don't. So can we see the frustration? That's why people be frustrated, bro. Because see, just like you try to get out the hood, and you're stuck in the hood, and then you try to get out, and then that's why they criminalize these things that used to not be criminalized, bro. You're going through problems, poverty, crime. Okay, damn, I'm gonna smoke me a little weed. I'm not advocating drugs, but I'm just saying, damn, I'm trying to escape smoking a little weed or whatever, and then you come lock me up for that. Hey, can we not see that? Like, that's a problem, bro.
Yes, sir.
So that's why people lash out. That's why people lashing out. They don't know where to go, bro. They don't know which way to go. They waking up like, damn, they grasping for straws. I don't know which way to go. But all I want to do is scream and shout. Have you ever felt like that, bro? Like,
all the time.
Like, I can't get out this situation. When we was in prison, bro, that was a situation we couldn't even get out of, bro.
Yes, sir.
If people sit back and say, well, y'all got yourself sitting now, that's true. But, we were young kids, bro, especially me and Vincent. But, hey, I wanted to change. I want to get out. I can't even get out. I can't even move. I want to better myself, but I'm stuck. I'm stuck with people who ain't trying to progress. Hey, man, that's a bad feeling, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's a bad feeling. That feel like trapped, like you drowning in water if you can't swim. But all praises to God, bro, that He gave us some strength when we started educating ourselves. But everybody ain't got that same strength, bro.
And
so
I
think
I
we
get
still
that.
should be speaking to these issues. That's why it's brothers like us. God done raised us up, bro, to show people that they can have this courage. But we don't want to beat them down.
Right,
You know
and that's
what I
the
mean?
thing. And that's the thing, man. And I hope anyone listening gets me clear. Give me crystal clear. Get me crystal clear on this, okay? When I talk about lifting up, when I talk about economics, when I talk about finances, when I talk about getting a great credit score, getting your situation done, I am not dismissing any experiences that has caused any individual to feel a certain way. I am simply saying this is the other side of it. Because even if you talk about Vincent, as far as moving around and going to a different country, you're going to have some money to go there. You're going to have some good credit to go there if you do something. So you're going to have some assets. What do we have to offer? I understand it's tough. I understand it's rough. I understand it's been crazy for a lot of people. I am not losing sight of that fact. What do you do when you can do better? When you have the opportunity to do better? When you have the information to do better? What do you do with that? Then your prayer has been answered. Your blessing has come. It may not come in the form or fashion or even from the person you think it's going to come from. But if it's something that's going to help you with your situation, don't be so wrapped up in what done happened that you can't see something good. You can't see some progress. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't nothing about, oh, man, y'all ain't going through. Y'all need to get over. Y'all need to do this. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what everybody's going through. But I do know that no matter what, a good financial outlook and a good picture will help take something off the table. Togetherness would take something off the table. Unity would take something off the table. Somebody just telling they love you and they care about you and they wish best for you. Here's some information that may help you out. That'll do something.
Right?
Yeah.
You're right, bro. And it boils down to...
I agree.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like, economically, right, we're like a dead people economically. We flatline. And the reason we flatline is because as African Americans over here, it's like it goes back to our last segment. How many of us are actually trying to reach back out to them brothers back over there to try to establish some form of connection, some form of foreign trade, because that's going to be the security. Because right now, the position that we're in and the condition that we're in over in America, nobody is really at our defense. We don't have no connections with anybody. Like we like the only people that's like that. You know what, though? They go back to Mexico.
You know what? It's funny you say that, but we come to the defense of everybody else all the time.
Right. So we don't have anybody. We don't have anybody. Like I said, the Hispanics, they go back to Mexico. The Asians go back to China. The Chinese people, they go back to China. Those over in Japan, they go back to Japan. They go back to their countries. We don't go anywhere. We are totally dependent upon the government that enslaves our people. So that's a hopeless feeling. How do we get out of it? We got to start trying to reach back across those waters so that when we get ready to make our move, if harm is brought our way, somebody may try to defend us, or come to our aid. But right now, it's very, very crucial that we start looking in that direction, because we know our government do not represent us. We know this.
Bruh, Vincent.
We know this.
We got family members sometimes, man, that don't represent us.
Right.
You're right. Hey, man, I agree. I'm gonna say this, and I like what Vincent said, and getting it back to what Shelton said.
Yes, sir.
Where do we go from here? You know what I mean? Because, like you said, at the end of the day, we can always complain. You know what I mean? But if your complaint is more than your contribution, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. You know what I mean? I'm starting with yourself, starting with your family. Like, what are you doing? That's what we got to really start with self. And look at, what are you spending your time on every day? What do you value more? So if I'm spending my time wasting time, then, your you know what I mean? Your contribution is lacking. So if you're a complaint like Martin Luther King, I heard a speech by him the other day. He was like, I'm tired of marching, you know. And
I saw that speech.
He had some complaints. That brother was kind of getting stressed out and everything.
Right.
But at the same time, look at his contributions, though. See, his contributions was outweighing his complaints. When you think about Malcolm X, them brothers had complaints, but their contributions was outweighing their complaints.
Right.
So that's I think that's what you hitting on, Sheldon. You know, these brothers moving forward, trying to effect change, but they just wouldn't sit and complaining about it. They was moving, and then other people started moving with them. And I think this is a movement, bro. You know what I mean? This is a movement. Whether big or small, your radio station is a movement. And
power to the people, baby.
Right on. If we can, you know, just like us, man. We're showing. Listen, you know, we don't have to be big all the time. You know what I mean? People start with the shoes. Me, you, and Vincent. We haven't even actually physically seen each other out here. That's saying something. You know, a lot of people don't know that. It's for the listeners. We haven't even actually seen each other, but look how we connect. Look how we respectful of each other and disagree. We agree to disagree. That's saying something right there, bro.
Yes, sir.
Right. It's still
it ain't gotta be. You know.
Yeah,
you
I mean, disagreements.
Saying something, bro. Powerful,
disagreements.
You know.
You have them. You have disagreements. You have opposition. That's why everything is set up. You know what I find it funny? I put it on Facebook the other day. It's funny that the things that's supposed to unite us divide us more than anything. Religion, division. Politics, division. Sports, division. Everything is a division, right? It's supposed to bring us together, right? but it just divides because it forces people to pick a side. It forces people to have an opinion and say this way and that way. And because, again, if you don't believe this way, I'm going to eat you alive for not believing my way. Okay, but again, what makes your way the guaranteed right way? Same thing with religion, right? What makes a certain religion better than this religion or this other religion better than this religion? And people fight and get so mad and offended behind something that you really don't know. You don't know what's going to happen when you die.
Right. I mean, not just even when you die, man.
And when you leave.
It's more like, it's just like, to me, like, I feel like God, you know, if he wanted us all to be the same, he has that power. He could have made us all the same.
Exactly.
So with that, just in my mind, he made us all different for a reason. But at the end of the day, even though we different, we more alike than we different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We bleed alike. Every woman really wants the same type of love, you know. We express ourselves different. Every man wants, you know, the same type of things, the basic things we all want it. But it's your idea of how you look at things. So it's perception.
Yes,
you
sir.
know what I mean?
Right.
Yes, sir.
And also dealing with that religious aspect. You know, a lot of things, man, that's going on right now is because, you know, people really not following what they say they believe. Because if they actually followed what they profess to believe, it'll rid most of these situations. But it's because they don't follow. It's because they don't follow. They pick and choose what they want to stand up for. You know what I mean?
True.
And that's the problem. Because, you know, back in the days when these prophets actually walked with these people, you know, those that wasn't trying to be on board, then they were shunned. You know, like, hey, you don't want to do what's right. You know, you can come as you are, but you can't stay like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stay like that. If you're not growing, you're going to stagnate everybody else around you. So that's what the shunning was all about. And you just think about it, just, you know, if you don't build close bonds with brothers and sisters, and you out here, you still kind of both sides, you know, you're straddling the fence, and then they start pulling themselves away from you. If that don't impact you, that's a problem. Because if you grow a bond with somebody and you feel them gravitating away from you or pulling away from you, that's going to bother you.
Right.
And it's going to make you think about what it is that you done wrong, and you might try to clean it up. And I think if people start practicing what they believe, it'll rid a lot of the problems. You will want for your brother what you want for yourself. You know, because everybody over here have some form of belief.
Right.
They have a belief.
Right.
But do they practice it? And that's the thing. But it's all about the application.
But I also think, like, in line with what Vincent's saying, I think we have come to a point Well, a lot of people are embracing cultural diversity, believe it or not. I mean, I see it on college campuses. I see it